Every 4 years, the entire planet stops to watch one tournament. But earning a spot on that pitch requires surviving a brutal qualification process. It is an exclusive club, reserved for nations performing at the absolute highest level. For over 2 decades, the formula was locked in at exactly 32 teams. That number acted as a strict filter, condensing the global sport down to a highly concentrated month of elite competition. Then, the governing body in Zurich tore up that proven blueprint. They announced an expansion of the roster to 48 teams, a massive 50% increase in size. The official PR explanation pitched this as a victory for global inclusivity, a way to invite more countries to the table. But fans and analysts immediately pushed back, pointing out that breaking a perfectly balanced sporting format is rarely done for charity. To understand why you would dismantle the most successful tournament structure on Earth, we have to look past the press conferences. The real motive is found in the underlying mathematics of modern sports. Adding 16 new teams to a tournament bracket directly generates a massive spike in what the industry calls match inventory. This chart shows exactly how that math plays out. Going from a 32 to a 48-team roster bumps the schedule from 64 matches up to 104. That is 40 extra games, translating into dozens of fresh hours to sell to global television broadcasters. Those new hours of content also bring distinct geographical value. Because the incoming teams represent different countries, the tournament suddenly penetrates entirely new, previously untapped regions, allowing regional networks to bid on the broadcast rights. Of course, capturing all that new inventory requires a massive physical footprint. You need more technical crews, larger stadiums, and miles of fresh fiber optic cable to feed live signals back to local networks. With those cameras rolling, every extra minute of broadcast time creates highly valuable digital real estate. Corporate sponsors will pay immense premiums for sideline advertising when they know regional audiences have suddenly tuned in to watch their home country. Stack up the extra ticket sales, the expanded broadcast rights, and the surge in corporate sponsorships, and you create a cascading system of cash. We are looking at billions of additional dollars flowing straight into the organizational bottom line. Scaling up the roster is a highly engineered corporate revenue multiplier. But we have to acknowledge the tangible social benefit happening here too. Expanding the tournament finally grants access to historically overlooked nations across Africa, Asia, and North America, where audience demand is staggering. When a smaller country qualifies for the first time, it acts as a cultural catalyst. It inspires millions of local kids and creates the leverage needed to force local governments to invest heavily in domestic infrastructure and youth leagues. In corporate terms, these underdog nations are categorized as emerging markets. They represent billions of people transitioning from casual observers into dedicated consumers within the sport's global ecosystem. Scaling up physical events, however, has strict biological limits. Adding 40 extra matches requires cramming an incredible density of games into essentially the same tight calendar window. That schedule places severe physiological demands on the athletes. We are asking players who are already exhausted from a grueling club season to navigate a punishing gauntlet of travel and high-stakes matches with minimal recovery time. Beyond the health risks, sports analysts share a deep concern about the product itself. Artificially lowering the barrier to entry inevitably invites weaker teams, diluting the elite competitive quality the tournament is famous for. Global inclusion comes with a harsh trade-off. We are exchanging elite competitive concentration and optimal player health for sheer geographic scale. When people argue about whether this expansion is a noble push for football inclusivity or a ruthless corporate cash grab, they are debating a false premise. The desire to democratize the sport aligns perfectly with the mandate to generate billions. Opening the doors to new countries creates new broadcast markets. One engine strictly funds the other. That means the era of the highly concentrated 32-team gauntlet is permanently dead. The new DNA of international sports dictates future events rely on massive scale. We are building larger infrastructures to host more games for wider audiences. Whether you view the 48-team format as a triumph of equal opportunity or the peak of corporate maneuvering, the result is identical. In modern sports, global inclusion and financial maximization are exactly the same thing.